Okay, so here we are we're towards the front of the house, and we're walking back to the patio, and you can see behind the house is all uphill, and the uphill comes down, the hill comes down to her property, and you can see that here the patio is recessed by about 3 or 4 feet. Okay, now when you go down the patio, you can see that the patio comes up to her lower level, which is actually an apartment down here. You can see the water is stained the tiles because the water has just been sitting here. Since we had a big rain 2 weeks ago, it still stays moist and damp back here. This wall, this paver wall, has no footing. So we have pictures where the contractor just put the pavers on mud. And you can also see that the tiles for the patio don't come up to the top of the first paver, which those pavers are obviously about 6 inches deep. The inside, the pavers are hollowed out. They did not fill them with any stone either. You can see here that now this becomes a pool back here. She has 2 sump pumps. This is the quote-unquote drainage he put in, and it hasn't rained in days. You can also see that it's completely unlevel if you look at this bottom retaining block, and it all kind of dips down to this one section. Since he put this wall in, there's been more water coming through and filling up this patio than there was even before when they had a railroad tie wall. But there's no really 4 or 5 inches or 6 inches of coarse stone underneath this patio. It's basically some crushed aggregate, sand, and the pavers. Now the proposal is a couple different proposals. One is to basically put in behind the wall drainage and then point that out towards the street and slope it downhill towards the street. Currently what he did was he put a pipe from here, of course going uphill, and just to a big, basically hole of filled in stone down here. Some contractors are saying to do the same and then put like a flow well here and then go further down and pipe down towards the street and put an additional flow well. Other contractors, and you can see this is her pipe from one of her sump pumps. Other contractors are saying to actually pipe from the wall, from behind the retaining wall, and come down all the way to basically dump out towards the street, which is all kind of downhill. So that gives you an idea. One contractor has suggested a flow well off of the patio to this area here, where the original contractor piped just but didn't pitch the pipe. The pipe goes up to a block of buried stone. So one contractor suggested putting a flow well there and then piping down over to there with an additional flow well. Another contractor said no flow wells, and he's just going to pitch all the piping downhill towards the street.